Hey everybody, TGIF to everybody who might be interested or care about that sort of thing. I got to work Sunday night and Wednesday night, so Friday doesn't mean a lot to me this week, so never has since I retired. But today I'm going to do another beer, another one of these $10 beers from Fort Collins Brewery, the second that I got off the shelves here in our local store. I'm going to do their Incredible Hop Imperial India Pale Ale. There's no mention of it on the website. Apparently this is a one-off brew. It's part of a series of incredible hop beers they did. I noticed, I saw mentioned on Beer Advocate. There was a black IPA. I think there was a Belgian style IPA, all called Incredible Hop, just a different style of beer. I went there because there's no indication of ABV. Like I said, no mention of it all on the website. Probably since it's a one-off beer, they're not going to do that. But there was no mention of the ABV, so I checked both Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. There's nothing on the bottle either, so they both said 10.8%, so that's what I'm going to go with. Off the bottle it says, I love brewing irreverent beers. Taking a classic style and pushing it way beyond its boundaries is one of the most enjoyable things to do as a brewer. This highly hopped, palate-crushing Imperial IPA is sure to slake your lust for hops. Go hoppy or go home. Glaser Brewery. Like I said, 10.8% ABV, so I'm going to use, today I'm going to use one of those Spiegelau IPA glasses. I got two of them for the price that the Dogfish Head glass would have cost me. The only difference is there's no Dogfish Head logo on the side of the glass, and there's no etching in the bottom. So I got a big bottle, fairly small glass, so let me get this poured. I'm going to seal this bottle up at 10.8% if that's what it is. I'm definitely not gonna drink this whole bottle here. Another hot day. It's in the 90s here. I will stop right there. Yeah, we got a nice reddish orange beer. Decent amount of carbonation streaming out. Really 3 fingers of a really thick foamy head. Here comes a car. And these people, they think they can just come out to a, well, they're just apparently just sightseeing, driving through. That happens a lot with these parks, but anyway, yeah, a nice drive through the park with your windows rolled up and the air conditioning on. That's really the way to enjoy the outdoors, that's for sure. But anyway, a nice reddish orange, dark orange color, decent amount of carbonation streaming up. I don't see a lot of difference in the carbonation other than that from what that little bit of etching extra, that little bit of etching did in the Dogfish Head glass. Like I said, a few fingers of a really creamy, spongy, foamy looking, slightly off-white head. It's obviously going to stick around, leave some nice lacing, that's for sure. So let me get a nose on this. Okay, yeah, got some soft citrus fruit and some really like doughy, sweet caramel malt in the initial aroma. Good God, here comes another one driving through with their windows rolled up and the air conditioning on. Yeah, loving the outdoors, aren't they? Yeah, initially you get some soft citrus fruit, but some really doughy, sweet caramel malt aroma. Heavy on the malt. Maybe a little grapefruit, a little pineapple, maybe a touch of mango in there. Some earthy notes, real earthy notes, some pine notes. But primarily the caramel, honey malts maybe. There may be just a hint of vanilla and oak in there. I don't know if this is barrel aged or not. There's some floral notes. It's almost a bit musty herbal type note to it. So anyway, let me get a taste on it. Well, at least this guy's got his windows down. Oh wow, yeah, caramel right up front, really sweet malt. There's a little grapefruit there. Some nice bitterness. It's not a sweet grapefruit. It's like a lightly bitter grapefruit, that's for sure. Got a dry, almost spicy finish. Not a real clean finish. There's a little oak and vanilla notes on the taste. I'm thinking this may have been barrel aged somewhat. There's some astringency, and the beer does get a little hot lately. Late. I'm getting a bit of hotness just on the finish. I'm not really getting any taste on it, but just a little heat on the finish. But it's fairly sweet malt throughout. It's countered a little bit with the grapefruit, almost like a grapefruit pith, mango, maybe a little lemon or lime. But it's a dry, toasty finish. It's a medium-bodied beer, maybe a little thicker than that, but really smooth drinking. But again, that dry finish, but not a real clean finish. So I'm going to add just a little bit more to this glass, and as you can see, it's as I thought it would. It's leaving some nice lacing down the glass. The head seems to regenerate a little bit with a little swirling. So I'm going to add just a little bit more, and then I will come back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been 20 minutes or so. I've been pondering this beer. I don't know. It's a decent drinkable beer. It's not bad, but it's pretty much a typical double IPA. As it's warmed up, the hops have come out a little bit more, as has the alcohol. But they're both overwhelmed by the sweet malts on this. At least it's not a sugary sweetness like some other beers I've had, but this has got to be one of the sweetest, maltiest double IPAs I've ever had. It's decent Imperial IPA, that's for sure. But at $10 a bottle, there are definitely better options out there. But that being said, I'd still, despite these last two beer reviews, the Hellesbach and this, that didn't impress me a lot. But a lot of that was the $10 a bottle price, or $9.99. That's $10. I'd be willing to try other things from this brewery, but this, like I said, pretty much a typical double IPA. Nothing to make it stand out from anything else other than that just incredible malt sweetness. I imagine there's part of the problem. There's no date. I know it's a one-time brew, but still there should be a date on the bottle. I couldn't find a date anywhere. I don't know IBUs. I couldn't find IBUs listed anywhere. Like I said, nothing on the website about it. But I'm guessing it's probably in the 75 to 80 range, maybe about 80. They're there. You can tell they're there, but they are so totally overwhelmed by that malty caramel sweetness that you know, it really doesn't make any difference. You get a little of the tropical fruits and the citrus fruits. It's a good looking beer. I have to admit it's a good looking beer, and as it's warmed up and the carbonation has died down some, the mouthfeel is a little thicker. In fact, almost feels a little too thick. Probably feels a little medium full now with the carbonation died down. So I'm going to have to give the Fort Collins Brewery, the Incredible Hop Double IPA. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not something I'm going to go back for. But like I said, I'll be willing to try other things from this brewery. Now, as far as the glass, you know, other than that little bit of etching in the bottom of the Dogfish Head glass and the price, I got 2 of these for the same price that the Dogfish Head glass would have been if I'd actually had to pay for it, if hadn't had a dispute with the person who shipped it, who gave me back my shipping and my cost of the glass. If you want an IPA glass, this is a nice IPA glass. It's hard to clean, it's thin, it's flimsy. I mean, that is got to be one of the thinnest glasses I've ever seen. But it really presents an IPA nicely. And that little bit of etching that you get in the Dogfish Head glass, well, they say Dogfish Head Sierra Nevada, but it's a Dogfish Head logo. Dogfish Head logo in the etching in the bottom. I don't know what Sierra Nevada had to do it. I don't know if Sierra Nevada has a separate glass or not, but yeah, this is worth picking up. I got 2 of them for they're about 10 bucks a glass. I got 2 of them for 20 bucks plus shipping, and from Amazon it was free shipping. So got it with some other stuff. So it's not bad. 10 bucks a glass, not too bad. I like this glass. Dogfish Head glass is nice, but not worth the extra price. So 7 out of 10 for the Incredible Hop Imperial IPA from Fort Collins Brewery. Till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.